tunes that we're going to be doing tomorrow. So maybe we'll just have a wee run through the one that we did before, maybe a couple of times, and then I'll move on to Psalm 133. Okay, so if we just, is everyone in? It's going to be in, that's okay. Yeah. So, the psalm is introduced by the minister, and he will go through it, and he will read maybe 5 or 6 verses, and then he will then say, we are now going to sing in Gaelic and say, we'll now sing to the Lord's praise from Psalm 16, verses 8, 2 verses from verse 8, and then he will always repeat the first 2 lines. So that's the traditional thing. The first 2 lines, you remember the first 2 lines. So you're remembering the 2 lines, and you're also listening for the tune from the second. Okay, so that establishes the whole thing. So he then says, the chud mir o mams gach kush, and hiorn mo megana. O chud mi So you'll join in into the first line. tune away from me. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is it's different from what we heard with Wayne, when we're actually singing the parts together very much. In Gaelic psalm singing, we're not singing the parts together. We're not doing the thing together. So the fact that you guys are singing, you could be way off. So long as I am holding on to the melody, which I will, it's not really going to matter. And you'll eventually realize, well, we're a wee bit off here, but you've got time to pull back. So I realize you're holding back on me just now. I know you are. Because you're going back into the old worried about, maybe I haven't got it. Forget it. Diane.
Tell them about Craig's taking as an example of this.
What's that?
The taking that Craig asked you to do.
Yeah.
Individuals, and tell them how that.
Okay, I've ended up being involved at the Ryder Cup, which was held across the UK, which, by the way, we won. You know about that. We won that, the Ryder Cup. Didn't go down well, did it? The Ryder Cup, anyway. So we were commissioned by DHQ to do a psalm, and I was privileged to work with a really great composer from the UK called Craig Armstrong. He's probably the #1 film composer in the UK, based out of Glasgow, and he's got a huge interest in Gaelic psalm singing. And he came to see me at Celtic Connections when we did another project along with Indians who have got an amazing melodic sound, and I taught them Gaelic psalm singing across the internet. So that was another great collaboration.
Now this was Asian Indians.
This was Asian Indians, yes, as opposed to the Indians. Okay. Asian Indians, young talented people that were set up in an academy by A.R. Bachman, who's a sort of big composer over there. Anyway, at the end of the thing, Don Shaw, who runs Celtic Connection, said to me, "There's this guy I want you to meet." Every year he tells me, "There's this guy I want you to meet who's interested in psalm singing." And some hip-hop guy from New York will come along. I go, "No, I'm not interested." You know, in one guy gimmick, or there's some Mongolian guy come along. And you know, that'll happen. But anyway, this year, he said to me, "I want you to meet this guy." And I forgot all about it. This guy came along, met me, and I liked him from the first time I met him. He was a really humble guy. I never knew who he was. And I said, "Before we do anything, I'm not interested in any gimmicks." So he says, "I'm not interested in gimmicks either. It is my grandfather's at the centre. I'm going to come up to Lewis to Backfree Church to your prayer meeting, and I'm going to listen to it." And I knew there and then this guy, like Willie, who took the trouble to come up there. People listen to Gaelic psalm singing on CDs and they think they know it. You don't know it unless you've been in there, unless you've actually been in it. Anyway, when I went back home, I Googled the guy and I thought, oh, this guy did the Oliver Stone movies, he did the World Trade Center, he did The Great Gatsby, he's working on an Oliver Stone movie just now. Big guy. He came up and he said, "We've been commissioned to do with the Scottish Ensemble variations on the tune Martin2. Now, he knows Martin2 is one of his favourites. It's quite a well-known tune over here in America, Martin2, but it's also one of our psalm tunes. And Willie said to me, "Has anyone ever recorded your group separately?" So I said, "Well, what do you mean?" "Yes," I said, I've done some stuff, multi-tracking." No, he said, "I don't mean multi-tracking, I mean live." So I said, "Well, how are we going to do that?" "I'm going to send you special microphones out that will pick up the individual voices, but I want you to do it live. And I am then going to score the individual voices for the orchestra." So I thought, that's very interesting, it's never been done. So we went along with my group and recorded them. And I imported them into Pro Tools software I use, and I listened back individually, including me. It was individually terrible. I mean, we were way off the pitch. You know, the thing was way off. And individually, Gaelic psalm singing is not a solo thing, but as a complete group, we were pitched all the way through. That's when I said, that's the secret of Gaelic psalm singing. Because if you put a choir together of great singers, it just sounds clinical. I've heard it. So the secret of it is, so be encouraged. It's got nothing to do with being great singers, being great musicians. The reason why Gaelic psalm singing works is this spiritual connection with God vertically between anyone, not just great singers, anyone. So if you're singing there, you're saying, I haven't got a voice, but I'm singing from my heart. God's given me this non-gift. I haven't got a voice, but I'm going to do it. I'm then this mixture works together. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. Be totally uninhibited. I want you guys to let go. I'm going to do it one more time. I want to hear you really sing it out. You are not going to take the tune away from me. I can guarantee. If I go lost, Willie's going to pick it up, aren't you, Willie? He's going to pick it up if I... Okay, so listen, let's sing out, because what I want you to experience is this communal. Two things. Vertical connection between you and God. You've got the English translation, you know what you're singing. Okay? Before me constantly I said the Lord. Well, that's me working vertically, singing to God, but I'm also singing along with all my brothers and sisters together. Okay? I'm not worried about the fact that I'm not in perfect pitch. I'm not worried about I have to be on the bars. There's no time signature involved here. We're not too worried about it. Let's go. Okay, so this is the presenter. The minister has said it, and then you repeat, stop with me on, Alska Kuj, and Giorn Moringra. Ready? Let's go for it. Oh, which is a Gaelic word for freedom. And sometimes when you're singing or in prayer, in Gaelic they'll say to you, that's so-and-so, Huada Saoirse. That right, Douglas? Huada Saoirse. He got Saoirse in his singing. In other words, he was free, he was really free. I was much freer there. I was putting a lot more grace notes in there than I normally would. Every time you do Gaelic psalm singing, it's totally different, every time. Whereas you do choir, the music has to be the same every time. Gaelic psalm singing is different every time. Different people together, it'll never be the same again. We will sing this today. I will go to Black Church, and maybe next week or sometime in the future, Psalm 16 will be sung to Kilmarnock with these two versions. It'll be totally different. Totally different. And that's what makes it so special. It is totally unique to the occasion. It's totally unique to the spirit. You have to take the spirituality into it. You know, that has to be a huge part of the mix. This vertical connection and the other connection. So I'm excited by how things are happening here. We definitely now need to have a group of Gaelic psalms to go in America. You guys running the show, we'll have some presenters here. I'm sure we'll pick some. Okay, let's go now for Psalm 133. Tall order, but we can do it. Okay. I noticed a couple of wee mistakes here, but it's nothing to do with Diane. It's the fact that sometimes, it might actually be a version, but it's Ophir Kemed. It says Kemed. It's Kemed, but it doesn't really matter.
Which line again?
This is the first line. Ophir Kemed. Right? It should be, the H should not be in it. Okay, it's just, let me just check to make sure that I'm right in what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I am, actually. Yes, it's M-E-U-D. It's M-E-U-D, but listen, let's not focus on that. Let's not focus on that. So it's Ophir Kemed, and it's M-A-I-T-H, not M-A-T-H. Just wee things. Don't worry about it. It's not going to make any difference in the grand scheme of things. These are things that can get sorted out when you guys become Gaelic experts. And you do your courses online. Okay? Let's go through it then. Let us do it the way it's written. Okay, it's not going to really matter. I don't want to confuse you now. It's not a major thing. Fair, Kevin, Ma, no, it's got to be Mai. M-A-I-T-H, because Ma doesn't really work. Fair, Kevin, Mai, Nish. Let's say that. Fair, Kevin, Mai, Nish. Again. Fair, Kevin, Mai, Nish. And then the second line will do the same thing. Kevin, Wach, Farben. Kevin, Wach, Farben. Then the next line. Braden, Vi, Nang, Honi, Vina. Braden, Vi, Nang, Honi, Vina. And then the last line in the verse. And she said, he up king. And she said, he up king. Okay, so let's go through that once more. I'm going to speak it pretty much the way I would sing it. O fair Kevin, my nish. O fair Kevin, my nish. Kevin, wach, faren. Kevin, wach, faren. Fraren, vi, nang, honi, gna. Fraren, vi, nang, honi, gna. And she sang he up king. And she sang he up king. Okay, now we're going to now start doing line by line with the melody of Stornoway, which is the only tune that was really written in the Highlands. All the other tunes that we've used don't belong to us at all. But it's what we do to the tunes that made them, not where they were composed. Right? So I'm going to sing it. Oh, fair Kevin, one after the other. Okay. O So let's see if we can get this perfected. Okay, let's sing through the whole thing again. So that's the first verse complete. First two lines together. First line establishing the tune, you joining in, round about Kievain. And then the third line, rather to be presented, repeated by you. And then the last line presented and repeated by you. Okay, here we go. So Kilmarnock, that's not what I'm doing. Okay. A lot of these melodies, a lot of them actually go like that and back down again and then back up again. It's just, and this is an example of it. And then sometimes they come down and then go right up to a high note. Okay, so let's try. So the first line is pretty much slowly up, and then slowly back down again. And then the second line just holds pretty much the same and goes up a wee bit. So I'll try and see if I can guide you. Here we go. Oh, in the first verse to get a bit, what do you feel? Well, we just go on verse 2. Okay, verse 2. Maar alle Friesel gaan. Let's say that together. Maar alle Friesel gaan. Right Vesak Shears. Right Vesak Shears. Vesak Aaron agus Rú. Vesak Aaron agus Rú. Gu Emmo di Grish. Gu Emmo di Grish. So let's just go through the words from here once more, and then we'll go back to the beginning and sing the 2 verses. Ma alle Friesel gaan. Rui Jesak Shears. Vesak Aaron agus Rú. Gu Emmo di Rish. Okay, so watch out for line 1 and 2 in the second verse. That's when I come in with the presenting line. Okay, so are you all happy that you know the format? First 2 lines together, from then on, from line 3 all the way to us, however many verses we sing. It's the same procedure. Line out, repeat, line out. Okay, so here we go. O fair Kemé, a Mayanish, Kemé, the Mark Father. O fair once I start conducting, I automatically start speeding up. I'm only really doing it just now, so that it'll be a wee bit of help for you. Because eventually you will slow it right down. Okay, it's only at the moment. That's the tendency. Because I was considering today teaching you the tune. Oh, da, 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 da. But I wasn't wanting to do that because you would get fixated with it. You know, because it's an in-time thing. This is a bit of a compromise that I'm doing with you just now. Just really just doing the pitches. Okay, are we game for verse 3? Well, this is quite a challenge. Doing 3 verses in this psalm. Okay, Margaret Herman Smart and Rook. Margaret Herman Smart and Rook. Schleefjen he on huas. Schleefjen he on huas. Shin gordig gia that's fine, and Herman's Marandu, that's fine. Schleefjen. Schleefjen, or Schleefje, that's fine. Here, who us. Shin, Gordy, it's Gordy, Gia, Mianachig, Vehe, Hiori, Buad. Shin, Gordy, Gia, Mianachig. Ah, that's the word, that's wrong. Schleefje. The L is missing. So it should be line 2 of the last verse. S-L-E-I-B-H. So it's an L instead of a T. It's just easily done. It's just, you know, it can be easily picked up, but it's Schleefje, not Schleefje. That doesn't make any sense. There's no such a Gaelic word as Schleefje. Okay, it's Schleefje, S-L. Okay, so we can correct that. It's Schleefje here. Other than that, you're fine. Okay. Once more, just through the words here, if you can correct that Schleefje yourselves, just put an L there instead of a T. Margaret Herman Smart and Rook. Margaret Herman Smart and Rook. Schleefje Hion Huas. Schleefje Hion Huas. Shin Gordy Gia Mianoche. Shin Gordy Gia Mianoche. Ve Hiori Buad. Ve Hiori Buad. Okay, that's a complete psalm. Psalm 1, 3, 3. Are we ready now? The whole 3 verses. This Gaelic psalm singing takes it out of you. And certain tunes. There are certain tunes. One of my favourite tunes is a tune called Walsall. And if you don't feel really tired after singing it, you're not singing it properly. You need to sing Walsall properly. Okay? That's what I feel about this. At the end of this, not only are you spiritually, you're completely whacked. You've got to be spiritually satisfied and enjoy it, but then at the end of it, it's only after you finish singing that you'll be like, I'm really tired. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the minister's son has read the whole psalm, and then he'll sing, in this instance, he'll say, Shunishin Halakuli. We will sing the whole psalm, and he will still always finish it off with, O faith he made. Oh no, he could say we'll sing the whole psalm, or he could say we could sing from verse 2 or whatever. But in this instance, he will say, Shunishin Halakuli, from the beginning, O faith he made my finish, he made the mark farim. Center stands up. O faith he repeat tomorrow. So are you quite happy? I mean, that whole conducting business is just totally alien. We don't have a conductor, you know, but it just gives you a wee idea until you can get accustomed with it. But the main aim for me today was to try and get you used to what it's about, how the system actually works. Okay, and then you can go online and you can listen to Stornoway on YouTube, you can listen to Kilmarnock, and you can just listen to how you know we do it. And eventually the penny will.
They have it in their folders.
Yeah, that's absolutely great. So I've really enjoyed it, so I'm very positive. I think we're going to have a Gaelic psalm singing group, starting off in St. Louis, okay? And then I'm going to have an Irish one up in New York, oblique Yale, with Willie Rubb as the new young presenter. What do you think, Willie? Are you up for it? I think Willie's just starting. It's only a young fellow like that. So I've really enjoyed coming with you today. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a great day. And thanks so much, Diane.